my laptop. It's about time.
I'm already live, baby.
Oh my, it's a minute early.
Come on in, everybody. Say hello when you get here. This is Jen with Jen's Den Art. I am an acrylic artist, and I'm so excited to be here today. I teach acrylic painting online to Jen's Den Art membership, and we have a special coming up next week to the public. We are inviting you to come paint with us for an entire week. We are calling it Jen's Acrylic 101 5-Day Challenge and plus the basket of roses. Which way does this go? This goes this way. The basket of roses. So we have this 5-day challenge coming up starting next Monday on the 17th of February. And I wanted to invite all of you to come. Tonight, we're going to talk about what is included in the 5-day challenge, what you get if you sign up before the end of the night tonight, and we're going to do a little painting. Okay, so we're going to do a lot of fun things today. Come on in and say hello. Hello, Michael. We are so glad you are here. I am streaming right now on Jen's Den Facebook page, and I'm also streaming on Jen's Den Art YouTube channel. Yay. And my husband is here with me to help with any comments if we have any coming across. And I'm just going to spend a little time talking to you about what you get. There's Michael. About what you get if you sign up or when you sign up. And let me go ahead. Oh, I put the link already. The link is in here. So when you sign up for the 5-day challenge, hello, Pat. Hello. Y'all come on in. Come on in. When you sign up for the 5-day challenge, I will show you the schedule. Let's see if I can pull it up. I have it in here. Sometimes I lose my stuff, but I do have it in here. Hang on 1 second. Here we go. Here's the daily schedule. It's coming. Come on, computer, do your thing. Okay, there it is. So every night from February 17th to February 21st, we are going to go live. And we are not only going to paint a project, but we're also going to paint 2 additional projects as well that are surprises. They're going to be florals, okay? And I'm going to kind of give you a little glimpse tonight on what that's going to be. So on day 1, we are going to talk about shading values, and we're going to do a demo painting of florals to help you in those areas. On day 2, we're going to talk about composition, how to make a good composition. And we are going to paint another demo painting together. Okay, so you're going to have homework on both nights. And then on day 3, 4, and 5, we are going to work on our basket of roses painting. This is done on a round, but you do not have to paint it on a round. I'm actually going to be painting it on a 14 by 14 square the next time I paint it. And I'm going to be working on a canvas. Okay, so you'll see all different varieties. On days 3, 4, and 5, we're going to break it up on all different levels. We're going to talk about the inspiration. We're going to take it from the beginning. We're going to talk about the inspiration. We're going to talk about how to prepare your surface, whatever it is you decide to paint on. We are going to talk about if you want to use a tracing template, how you can use a tracing template, but I'm also going to show you how to sketch this out without a tracing template, because that's how I work. 95% of the time I work without a tracing template. So I'm going to show you how to do that so that you don't have to use a template, which is something that a lot of my members are trying to go to now. That's one of the challenges that we're working through. And we are going to talk about the underpainting and how to finish it and how to make that depth come through on all of those flowers. And we're going to have so much fun. We are going to play a bingo game. You're going to have an opportunity to win prizes, gift cards to buy art supplies, and we're going to have a celebration at the end. And it's all happening next week from February 17th to February 21st. But I also want to let you know that if you sign up, we have an early bird bonus, which is why I'm coming on tonight more than anything, because I don't want you to miss out on the early bird bonus. The early bird bonus has been going on for like 10 days now. So hopefully if you follow me, you have gotten a notification and you know all about the early bird bonus. This painting right here is on an 8x8. It is called Rustic Florals. It is a pre-recorded, all ready for you right now while you wait for the 5-day event. It is a pre-recorded video ready for you to paint so you can practice your skills and you can just get acquainted a little bit with how I work and just have some fun. And I've seen a lot of y'all already painting this already, so let me know if you're coming to the party. I would love to know. And let us know if you painted this little rustic florals yet. It's so much fun, and it only takes like 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes to paint it. So hello, Cindy. Hello, Michael and Miss Pat. Thank y'all all for coming on here. Hi, Connie. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is, I think I told y'all everything I need to tell y'all. I don't know if anybody has any questions about what we're going to be doing next week. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to paint. It's going to be really loose. It's not even planned. It's just a little painting that I was like, you know what? At first I wasn't going to paint, but I said, you know, that's the only way that they're going to pay attention to me is if I actually show them a little painting.
Have you painted this before?
No.
I hope it's good.
You know, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. So I know y'all are saying, what in the world does she have in front of her right here? So what I did was I grabbed a piece of watercolor paper. It's, you know, just a Master's Touch brand, 8x8, 140 pound. And I taped it off so that it doesn't slide all over the place when I'm working on it. And then I took some paints. Actually, this was the main color. I took, I wanted like a pink background. So I took some pink and some purple and some blue and a little bit of green. The green's probably not the right choice there. And I just kind of spread it all around as an underpainting. Okay, so it's just an underpainting. My vision here is I want to do a little painting of just a plain old tulip. Just something really simple. A really fun, simple painting. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to keep the screen like this because I kind of like it. You can see me and you can see what I'm doing down here. So this is just a little 8x8. I'm going to put my paints on my palette. This might take us 20 minutes. I don't know. You know how I am. I say 20 minutes. It ends up being like 40 minutes. So we're going to start. I'm going to take some white. And I'm just going to kind of sketch out. This is where we're going to talk about composition. I don't want it to be straight up and down in the middle. I want it to be kind of off to the side. So just giving myself a little. I looked up a few different pictures of tulips that I really liked. And I chose a couple of them that I'm kind of using to give me a guide. Okay, so it's going to be kind of like that. Maybe my flower, my leaf will come down. Let's go a little bit lower. Yeah, work on that composition. I want things to be a little, let's go down a little bit here too. Okay, so a little bit like that. We're just going to do like a little tulip there. It might be a little high. You might want to come down a little bit with the whole thing. I kind of went way too high right there, but that's just a sketch. That's all I'm doing is sketching. It's just basically a big guide on, okay, what exactly am I doing? what am I painting here? So I started with that. And I think I'm going to take some sap green. Okay, got my little sap green here. And put some on my palette. Now this is a transparent green, so I know I'm going to mix it with some other colors. Let's see, I have another green somewhere. Yeah, this is a chromium oxide green that's more opaque. So it's going to give me a little bit more of a good finish with my green where it's not going to be so transparent because my background is so dark. And I'm going to grab a flat brush, just like a medium-sized flat brush here. And what I'm doing is I'm going into the greenery. I'm going to start with a dark, I'm mixing these two colors together because one of them is really transparent and one of them is really opaque. And I want that opaqueness, but I want the color to stay dark. So I'm working on that darker green right now more than anything. And I'm going in really thick. And I'm just going to start making my, what is this? My leaves, basically. I'm going to start with a dark color. And this is kind of what I do when I practice paintings. This is just a really, really loose. See how far back I'm holding my paintbrush? That's something that's really important if you want to stay loose. Hold your paintbrush really, really far back. Now, it makes it hard at first when you're painting. I kind of have a little glare on my, let me go ahead and make it a bigger screen for you. That might be better so that I'm not distracting you as much. What was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. If y'all can remember what I was saying, help me out. All right, so this is kind of like my dark layer of my petals. Okay, this is a boo-boo right here. I'm going to fill that in later, so don't worry about that. And I'm going to clean that off. I'm going to add some some yellow to my paint palette. This is a cadmium yellow light. And I think I'm going to go with, I'm in love with this color now. Y'all probably seen me. If you've been following me, you've probably seen me use it a lot. Quinacridone red is the color that I am going to use for the majority of the flower. Okay. So I'm going to start with the flower and all the petals and stuff and the greenery, and then I'm going to do my background at the end. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my flat brush. This is just one of those paint days where I'm like, okay, I have to paint. I have to paint something because I didn't paint anything today. So it's time for me to paint. And so here I go. I'm going to spend, maybe I have 15 minutes to paint. Maybe I have an hour to paint. It just depends on what's on the stove for supper, or if there even is supper.
We're cooking,
you know. Okay, so I'm coming back with a lighter green. I added some yellow to my paintbrush with the green, and I'm actually going to make this look, let me go a little darker. I'm actually going to make this look like it's bent over right there. I might want to get some black. I'm going to get some black in a minute. So this area right here, I want it to kind of look like it's bent over right there. And I'm just adding some yellow on some of these areas just to make it a little brighter. Now, right now, you can't look at it and say, oh, that's so pretty, because it's not. It looks like a hot mess. But I promise you, if you give it some time and you just wait it out, you'll see it all come together. Okay, so we're gonna start there. I'm gonna clean that off. And I'm gonna go with a beautiful kind of like a magenta coral tulip here. So I'm gonna start with this quinacridone magenta. It's kind of like it's another color you can use is primary magenta. This is quinacridone red. And I'm going to just start putting that color down first. And I'm just going to use that color as the base. Okay, so when you look at tulips, you have like these different layers of petals that are like folding into each other. So we're going to make like 3 or 4 of those petals just kind of fold into each other here. So that's kind of like my drawing of it. And then I'm going to take a little bit of yellow and I'm going to mix it in my red. And that's going to make a little bit of an orangey red. And that's going to be like my next layer. You see how it's a little bit lighter?
Got a question for you, Jen.
Uh-huh.
Will you be able to put this painting, or will you put this painting on the members page?
Absolutely. Everything we do goes in the members page.
Awesome.
So yeah.
Thank you for that question, Miss Michael Garlick.
So see how I'm getting that next layer of color in there? That looks really good. I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off. Y'all see how I clean my paintbrush off? I'll hold it up like this so you can see it a little better. I just wipe it on these pads I have. Okay, now I'm going to take some clean red and I'm going to go into the white and I'm going to make a really bright pink. And then this is going to kind of be like my third color and I'm just going to make some highlights. Let's go with a little bit of yellow just to put a little bit of coral in there. I have a lot of paint on my paintbrush and I have a lot of paint on the painting. So you'll see that's why we have so many layers going on here. It's thick. And I'm hardly touching. I hardly want to touch. Kind of mix them in there. Get these nice little rounded up tulips here. All right, I'm going to go back with a little bit of the darker red. And I'm going to mix a little bit of the red and the green together. And what that's going to do is kind of make like a really dark red. And I'm going to make sure that you can see those darker shades in here. Kind of like the shadows. I'm going to have to let it dry a little bit to get what I really want here. That's not dark enough. The value's not dark enough. So I'm going to wait until it dries. While I'm waiting for it to dry, or just give it a little while to get a little drier, I'm going to start working on the background. And I want to go with I think I'm going to use kind of like a minty teal color. Let's see. I've been using this color a lot. Light phthalo green. Light phthalo green. It's kind of like a mint color. But I'm not going to use it by itself. I'm going to use it with a bunch of white and a little bit. Let's see what color this makes, and then we'll decide which route we're going with it. I want to keep it kind of muted. So it's kind of like a mint green. And I'm going to start using that. Now that's a little bit too, if y'all can see that, it's a little bit too strong. I want to calm it down a little bit. So I want to mute it a little bit. One color I can mute it with is a little bit of the green that I just grabbed, and you'll see how it kind of made it just not quite so bright. That's really pretty. But I still wanted a little blue, a little more blue, a little more white. Now you'll start seeing it pop because I'm going to be getting rid of that dark background there. I dipped it into the pink just to see. It kind of made it a little purple, and that's not quite what I want. So I'm going to go back to the green, or the mint green color. Bring that back in.
That is not me breathing. That is Stella.
Stella's back. Lots of white, lots of what color is this again? Phthalo, what is it called? Light phthalo green is what it's called. And I really hope that y'all come join us for the Acrylic 101 5-day challenge, because we are going to be doing stuff like this. We're going to be really spending some time helping you, regardless of whether you are a beginner or not. We are going to be spending some time helping you with your acrylic painting skills. And we will be live every night, so you can watch the replay, you can watch us live, you can communicate with us, interact with us during the lives, ask questions, and you have access to the replays for the rest of the month. And if you become a member of our membership, you get all of the replays and everything. We're going to drop them in our online classroom, where you have access to everything as long as you're a member. So we just want to give you an opportunity, since we are opening the doors next week to the membership. We want to give you an opportunity to see what we're all about, and how my teaching style, and let you interact with some of the other members that are in the group, so you can make a decision on whether or not you want to join us. We have about 400 of us in there right now, a little bit more than that. And we have been rocking and rolling for 5 years now. This is our 5-year anniversary this month.
I've gone from thin to big to thin to big to medium.
So Michael, my husband, he comes on a lot of the lives with us, and at the end of the lives, he provides us with prayer time, a little scripture. And so we were going back the other day, and we were watching the videos, and he's like, "Oh, I was so big then," or "Oh, look how skinny I was then."
Well, listen, the good thing about that is I've got clothes that fit me from anywhere from 30 pounds heavy to 30 pounds lighter. So I've got a wide range of clothing. And so I'm pretty happy about that.
So this color is really nice because it's, it's got a little bit of a minty green color to it, but it's not overpowering. I'm trying to come in here and just outline a little bit more. I might have to go in with a smaller paintbrush there. But that dark background has really made it a really pretty layer on top of all of this. See, that's really pretty already. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off, and I'm not done. I want to go back in and kind of reshape my tulip here and give it a little bit more pizzazz, or a little bit more frame, I guess, of like the petals. So what I really want to see is like right here, I want to see this petal come around like this. Like I want this to be a petal, and it goes like almost all the way down. But I want it to be light. And then let me get a little bit of I have some black right here. What I really should use instead of the black, I'm not going to use the black because I want to show y'all something. I'm going to clean that off because it had a lot of light colors on the paintbrush. I want to go with a dark color. So I'm going to start with the red, and I'm going to go into the green, and I'm going to make a really dark red is basically what it is. So I'm going to mix the red and the green together, and it's the same red and the same green that's already on the palette. So it's not going to be that big of a deal to add that color. It's going to mesh in well. And I want to make a little bit more of a shadow in between these petals. So I want to try to get a little bit more shading in there. I don't want to use black because black is just a little bit too strong of a color. But using this green and red is really going to work well to get in a few of those darker shades right there. Okay, that's much better. I'm going to clean that off. And then I'm going to go back to kind of like my medium red with a little bit of the yellow. Kind of make like an orange. I'm going to kind of pull that in there. And then y'all, we're almost done. Just a fun little quick painting to give y'all a little bit of work that you can work on while you're waiting for the Acrylic 101 course to start. Perfect. Let's go with a little bit of that darker red right on the edge. And right in here. I'm really thick with my paints, really thick. Having some fun with it. And then I'm going to go really light. I'm going to add some white to it. And I'm going to bring a little bit more of that bright color on top. Right in those. Perfect. Let's go even lighter one more time. A little bit lighter. All right, and then I'm going to do that for my, have a little glare on it. You can see that. I'm going to do that on my leaves. I'm going to come with the yellow first and the blue. No, not the blue, the green. And I'm going to highlight my leaves just a little bit more. In some of those areas, look how pretty that is. And then I'm going to go into the white, and I'm going to make an even brighter color. And I'm going to come back one more time with a little bit more brightness. So you can kind of follow the steps here. We go dark, then we go medium, then we go light. Then we kind of go back dark and we go back medium and then we go back light again. And it just gives the whole painting depth. If you can, oops, we went off the screen. Sorry about that. It's coming right back on. So you can see, it doesn't look good right now because of all the mess around it, but let's pull that tape off and let's pull it away from all of my mess on my desk. And let's see what it looks like. This is just a quick single tulip painting that needs some time to dry because it's so thick. But look at that, how pretty. See those colors? Really, really nice. You can see how wet it is. And y'all, we are done. So I'm gonna bring my face back into the camera and I'm gonna show it to you this way too, because sometimes it looks even better when you look at it far away. See how pretty that is? Nice and simple and fun. And I'll show you, I was practicing on some. I have a little sketch pad here. I was practicing on some in my little sketch pad. And I'll show you, if you don't have a sketch pad like this, I call this a sketch pad. It's actually just a little watercolor booklet. And I basically just practice. I practice things in here, things that I'm thinking, maybe I want to paint that, you know? And I just have like a bunch of different little things in here. It's kind of like a little journal of practice paintings for me. And I use it. And it's not any paintings that I do anything with. It's just fun little paintings that I tried. See, I have all different kind of things. Some of them are good. Some of them are disasters. But it's just really fun. See my little chicken I have there? It's really fun to do this. Just sometimes this is a really rough sketch of chickens. You can tell they're chickens, but you can't really tell they're chickens, right?
Great question from Lydia.
What we got, Lydia?
If we are already a tribe member, do we have access to the bonus tutorial?
Yes, it's already in the online classroom. It's already there. You should have gotten an email about it, and it's been posted in the Facebook group as well. So everything that we do for the membership, to promote the membership, any extra video tutorials that we do, they only stay up to the public for a week, and then they get archived into the membership. So all of these extra tutorials that we are doing this month, which is our February Florals month, they are all in the membership. They all get archived into the membership. So yes, you already have access to all of the goodies. Here is the bonus tutorial tonight at midnight. Is the last chance you have to get this bonus, early bird bonus. And remember, 5 days next week, we're going to be painting this. We're going to be painting this painting.
So they need to get them a round board.
No.
Oh, okay.
You can paint this on a square. I'm going to be painting this on a square next week. A square 14 by 14 next week. I'm going to be painting this on a square. I just played around with a round because you can do it in either way. And all of that and more goodies will be shared. We're going to be doing more paintings like this. You're going to have 2 surprise paintings similar to this. It's not going to be another tulip. It's going to be something else. But we're going to do some surprise paintings like this during the 5 days as well. And you're going to have a plethora of information. We would love for you to come and join us. We have so much fun when we do these challenges. And we hope that you come and spend some time with us next week. We'd love to have you.
So where do you buy that round? If you want to buy that round.
Oh, you can get them all over the place. You can get them at Michael's, at Hobby Lobby, at
Where'd we get that one?
I think I bought that one at Michael's.
Yeah.
I think this was a 16-inch round. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's a 16-inch round.
And what size is that? Oh, 16-inch.
I think it's a 16-inch. It feels like a 16-inch.
I've got a it's a $2 bill right here.
It feels like a 16. I'm pretty good at my measurements. I'm going to measure it like this because this is 8. Yep. That's a 16. That's a 16-inch right here. So So yeah.
Are you
super
going
fun.
live tomorrow?
No. We are not. We are not. You do not need a round. You can use a square. I'm going to be using a square when I repaint it. So don't feel like you can't do this workshop because you don't have a round. We're going to do it on a square next time.
All right, let me say something. So for those of you that are on here, all of you have not commented, and that's cool. But for those of you that are on here and you're not a member of Jensen Tribe, but you're going to be a member of the event that we're doing, I want you to do a little research. If you get a second, I want you to go to Facebook, and I want you to look at all of the artists, not all of them, but look at some of the artists that are out there that are offering specials, memberships, pop-up paint parties. And I want you to compare their prices. Ginger does not want me to do this. I'm telling you right now. I want you to compare their prices to ours and the amount of material that is provided to you as a tribe member. So when you become a tribe member, you have access to a plethora of painting tutorials on encouragement, on not afraid to speak the name of Jesus Christ. You have that entire atmosphere given to you. That's not something that we started doing because President Trump got elected. That's something that we've been doing for 5 years because we believe we're mandated to preach the gospel. We believe we're mandated to present ourselves as approved workmen for Christ. And if you know anything about the Bible, you know that comes from Scripture. And so we want to invite you to join us and have fun with us and be a part of us. And for the tribe sisters and brothers that are on here right now, thank you. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for being with us. And we love you so much.
Thank you all for being here. This is going to stay up for a week. So if you are watching the replay, make sure you say replay, because the more that you comment on this video, the more that it gets spread out to all of my followers. So I would appreciate just a little sprinkle, or even just if you comment or like the video, that helps tremendously for people to know that this video is out here.
Right on.
Okay. So thank you all so much for being here tonight, and we will see y'all hopefully Monday. We're going to be starting Monday.
Yeah.
All right,
what
guys.
size square, by the way? What size square?
14 by 14.
Okay.
Or 16 by 60. Any size you want, really.
You got it.
Yeah.
Right on.
Thank you, Connie. Hi, Carol. All right. Y'all have a great night. We love you all. Bye.
Lydia says, I wouldn't honestly recommend anyone joining Jen's Den.